So, what I'm getting at is that white people, unfortunately, are pretty much stuck in the middle. And I wish a lot of white people would come out and explain to the world that they do get the press on by jobs, make sure they discriminate certain people. They do feel like if they say anything or do anything, they come out racist. And like I said, those people's minds are very small if they think every person that speak out of their mouth of opinion is racist. Like, my God, like I told my friend, you can tell by somebody who is not racist and somebody who's just putting an opinion, and you can tell somebody straight up racist, like Trump. Straight up, he's racist. And then I just read an article about some Republican in Florida talking about don't monkey, it's a monkey up. Don't let those monkey up voting or something like that. He said something about, which that means African American. But, I mean, that's the reason why white people are scared or feel trapped or feel stuck in the middle. Because they cannot say anything anymore. Thanks to these high-ranking people talking in the mouth, don't represent them at all, not one bit. Because a lot of white people are fed up and pissed about this. Now, a lot of people are like, why are they out here protesting and rally against the Republicans? They are. There's a lot of them are protesting, a lot of just politicians by itself. Democrats, Republicans on the main two. You don't hear independent. You don't hear purple or green party because they're barely in the news anyway. But Republicans and Democrats, yes, they are crying out on both of them. And they're calling out on both of their poor actions and their poor work ethic to this country. But white people, they just feel like they don't feel like they don't matter anymore. They feel like minorities are always have to be put on first. And the truth is, no. Everybody has a say and everybody is important. I don't care what you came from in this world. Everybody is important. You are important. You are not less or greater. You are important. Important means you are right there in the front line. It seemed like to me that the way how the main media and the politicians, they're always looking after with the minority people all the time. It's good. However, you got to pay attention to the other side of the fence too, what's going on over here. I said it before to my friends, not all white people are rich. There's a lot of them are struggling. A lot of them getting killed by their relatives and other people. But the media won't bring that out because what you hear in the main media, you hear Hispanics and blacks. That's all you hear. Nowadays, you hear the stupid clown Trump all the damn time. But most of the time, you hear black and Hispanics. You hear murders constantly, but you don't hear the white community at all. You don't hear them. You don't hear them complaining about the issues they're going through. Just like any other community, they're going through the same type of issues than anybody else. And that's saying they with Asian Americans, that's saying they with the Pakistani people and stuff. That goes with a lot of people. The only people that are screaming their heads off is the African American, the white supremacists, and who else is screaming? Oh yeah, and Donald Trump. There's like the three type of group of people are screaming and shouting their head off about every damn thing. Other people need to come out and speak about their issues and problems in their community. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Most people think they might get murdered or they might lose their pensions. This is what I'm talking about. If people speak about the community and speak about their different issues that's going on in their daily lives, jobs, if they work with their same community, they probably take away their paycheck or they cut them off, or they do a lot of things. So a lot of different foreign country people and white people just don't speak about a lot of different things. They don't speak about it because they're fear of losing their money, their status, their business. They're scared they might lose their friends and family if they speak about the truth. It's like God said, truth and divide people. It does, and that's sad, because the truth needs to set people free. White people are struggling every single day, and the media show that white people living a good life. No, damn well half of them ain't living no good life at all. But also a lot of people say white people always get a pass on everything. You know, the cops wouldn't beat them to death. They won't get shot at the cops. You're right. They won't get shot at the cops. And that's, thank God, because nobody don't want to get shot. But it's sad that African American people, we got to walk out the door. We ain't never know we're coming back because we don't know cops are going to shoot us. And that's another thing. White people need to talk to these crooked cops or cops in general and say, hey, man, you making us look bad because I'm a good cop. I do not racial profile anybody. What I profile is somebody who's a criminal or have bad intentions, and that's it. But they cannot speak up because they will lose their money, their job, and their attentions. They will lose a lot of things. And that's the reason why white people are quiet. But white people need to speak up. If I know that all white people are not racist, and I know y'all being trapped because your job doesn't want you to speak up the truth, your job doesn't like what you're going to say or do to help different people that is out of your race, let alone there are some people that I know have an issue about interracial as well. Black and white people get mad when you see interracial couple. And I don't mean just black and white. I mean like all types of interracial couple. Because United States interracial marriage has skyrocketed up like crazy. That's great to me because, we got different flavors in this country. So, I mean, it's terrible that black and white fight over of interracial relationship. When remember decades ago in Virginia here, there was a couple that the woman was black and the man was white, and they loved each other to death. They didn't see color, they saw love. That's what they saw. And it actually happened here in Spotsylvania. And then they went to D.C. because it was legal to marry another race in D.C., but they fought it all the way to Supreme Court, and this is the reason why we have interracial love. If it wasn't for their courage and fight for love, a lot of us would never, wouldn't be interracial with a lot of people because it was against the law. This is crazy. It was against the law to love another color. Especially if a black man love a white woman, he would have got lynched real quick. And if a black woman love a white man, she would have probably got beat and raped and get lynched. I guarantee it. But thanks to that man and that woman, I forgot their name, if you know what I'm talking about. If it wasn't for their courage, we wouldn't have interracial love across the globe, Because they took it all the way to the Supreme Court. The movie is called Love, I think it's called. It's a very good movie. But anyway, it's just very sad that white people are trapped. And it's very sad that white people are put in this persona of act like they're better than everybody and they're rich and they're wealthy. And due to the fact they're not. A lot of them are struggling day by day basis. And I do believe that most jobs will give it to minorities. Why? Because they don't want to see that their company is racist or ambiguous or whatever that word is. They don't want to see like they're prejudiced. So of course they're gonna hire blacks or any other color person first before a white person. But like I said in my last video, it shouldn't matter what color or gender you are. Do you work professionally? Did you come to work on time? Are your work equality on your tasks and your position of your job? That's what should matter. and your resume. That's it. It shouldn't have mattered if you're black, white, or whatever. What matters is if you're a hard, dedicated working person for this company. And in the story, shouldn't have even matter what damn color you are. That's why I said they need to get rid of that stupid, when you do the job application, and say the race and stuff and your gender, then they get rid of that damn shit. They need to get rid of it. Because at the end of the day, that's that higher corporation, prejudiced white people, trying to make sure, we make sure we get all our white people. But they fail to know that they're hurting their white people down here because they felt like, oh my God, they just hired me because I'm white. And that's not true. That's not true at all. They're like, you're making us suffer because other people around us thinking we got it good. In reality, we don't. And that goes with everybody around the world. Everybody doesn't have it good. Everybody's suffering, you know? And it's kind of sad that white people have to live in this luxury style, which are not living. And make it worse, white people don't even get notice about their harsh ways. There's a lot of poor white people in this country. There's a lot of people who got mental illness. This goes across the board everywhere. I did a video called The World Matters, because the world does matter. We are all connected as one. But as long as we got the government, the stupid made media, and we got these stupid government officials talking, trying to brainwash people, acting like we're all like individual people, but in reality, in God's eyes, we're all as one. We're all one people. We all go through the same struggle. We all go through obstacles. We go through pain, depression, loss. We are as one. But the media won't talk about that. The media won't say anything about us as being one. The media is going to focus on that this person's racist, these people have it good, those people are smarter than us. No. At the end of the line, each and every one person are different from the next. Each person is unique from the next. God did not make all of us the same way. He made us, each and one of us, different and unique. And we need to stop. And white people need to speak up about this. Let alone, white people need to fight the prejudiced white people. They have fought in protest, but what I'm saying is they need to speak up and shut them down. I'll go with them. We go after the Ku Klux Klan and beat their ass. Ain't gonna be one hell of a fight. I'm gonna tell you that damn much. But they're serious though. White people need to stand up and say, no, I do not stand with the Ku Klux Klan. I damn for sure not stand with Donald Trump. I do not stand the white supremacists. I do not stand the neo-Nazi. I don't stand none of those people. Because in my eyes, I'm American and I'm just trying to live the American dream. I'm not trying to divide. I'm not trying to separate nobody. I'm not trying to be discriminatory to nobody. I'm just trying to live my life and live with everybody else. Now, here's the good thing too. Everybody should be educated about every culture, every person, everybody. Everybody should learn about everybody to be honest and fair. Because you cannot just look at the media or look at the news and think that black people are thieves, or think that white people are racist, or think that Asian people are quiet and they never get in trouble. In reality, like I say, evil doesn't have a color and evil doesn't have a face, meaning there's nothing. People are cruel regardless where they came from. People are their own people. And the media needs to talk about everybody. Not just the black and white. They need to talk about all the communities. The Asian community, the Latina community. They need to talk about everybody because everybody's going through some problems and struggles. And everybody is fighting with a lot of demons, you know? But the media won't talk about that. They won't talk about the truth about people's struggles. And white people need to stand up and say something about it. They need to speak up and say, hey, we condone this. For real, we don't appreciate this. Because most of us are not like this. And they need to speak up about it. If I know a lot of white people are not like this, then my damn, everybody else need to know that. And then the other thing, I'm going to do another video tomorrow. And the video is going to be about foreign country people. Now, I don't know, I'm going to get a lot of heat on this. It's good and bad, but it's the God honest truth. But white people are trapped. And they're stuck in the middle. And if I was a white person, I would have write to my Congress and say, hey, you need to speak the truth about us. We are not prejudiced. We are not trying to act like we're trying to be on top of the world or whatever. They need to speak up. And the ones who are real, they need to speak up, but they are afraid of losing so much. And that is not fair. That is not fair. So white people are trapped. But I don't want them to be no trap anymore. Don't be afraid to speak up your mind. Don't be afraid to open your mind up. Don't be afraid to stand against your family, friends, because you know what is right and you know what is wrong. In the reality, the government is brainwashing everybody so everybody can hate. Let me do my final take. The government wants everybody have a race war. They want us to fight each other. They want us to kill each other. But the eyes of God, God will not let us do that. Because why? Because most of us are touched by God. And know that the fact that killing is not right. It's not right. So therefore, thank God. Thank for Jesus Christ dying on the cross and teaching us to love one another. Because the last time, is my final note, Jesus never say anybody, literally anybody is not supposed to be on top. But him and God, and that's it. So the prejudiced white people, they need to get their civil seats sit down somewhere, because I'm pretty sure karma is biting in their ass. And I'm pretty sure God is not happy what they're doing. So if any politicians watching this or news media, y'all need to speak up. Because white people are feeling y'all bullshit. And they're suffering. The media won't put it, but white people are suffering. And I feel sorry for them. Because they got so much pressure against them. This is Jazz Fuzz, and I'm going to come back with another video, talk about foreign country people. Need to stop acting like black people are the face of evil.